Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about fast pay on Doordash. So there are multiple ways you can actually receive the money you earn on Doordash, and one of those ways is the fast pay processing system, where you can take all of the money you've accumulated so far during the week, or maybe you're the kind of person that does this once a day, and have it deposited straight into your bank account from your Doordash account. So with that said, I want to go over everything you must know about the Doordash fast pay system, how it actually is for Doordash drivers as opposed to what they tell you from Doordash, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult with qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that there may be things in this video that fall under the category of market dependent. So what applies to me in my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. What is fast pay? Fast pay gives Dashers in the United States and Canada the ability to cash out their earnings daily for the small fee of $1.99. This means Dashers can receive their earnings on demand through Doordash rather than waiting for their weekly direct deposit or using DasherDirect. FastPay is apparently only available in the US or Canada. If you're an Australian Dasher, UK, or wherever, it doesn't apply to you. Maybe it just operates in a different way. I don't know. But that's according to the Doordash website I have. And $1.99, that's a hefty price for fast pay, as opposed to their competitors such as Uber Eats or Grubhub or even some of the other apps. $1.99 is a lot. Uber Eats, I think, is like 25 cents or something like that. Grubhub's like 50 cents. That's a lot. It's one thing to lose a little pocket change. That's $2 every day. $14 a week. Now, that being said, you could just wait for your direct deposit or use the DasherDirect card. I made a video on the DasherDirect card already. It's outdated, but feel free to check it out. But one of the important things to note about the direct deposit, a lot of the companies that we've been working with so far, Grubhub and Uber Eats, not Doordash yet, but I'm saying if they do, it could be bad. Doordash has been good about the direct deposit so far. I haven't personally had a problem with them, but there can be issues with that. Note that you must have a debit card, not a prepaid card, to use the fast pay service. Again, that's an important point. You can't just have some prepaid card or something like that fast paid into, because the way it works is that you would have to link your debit card to the fast pay, not the bank account, the debit card. And it almost like gives a reverse transaction to put it onto the card immediately, and that's how it enters the bank account. Frequently asked questions. Am I eligible? To be eligible to use fast pay to cash out your earnings daily, you must meet the following requirements. You've completed at least 25 lifetime deliveries. You've been on the Doordash platform for at least 2 weeks since activation. You set up FastPay and added your debit card at least 7 days ago, or the 7-day processing period is no longer in effect. You haven't updated your debit card information within the past 7 days, including re-entering your debit card information. So the latter two kind of coexist together. 7 days after you add debit card information or even just update their information, you're eligible. 25 lifetime deliveries. If you haven't done 25 deliveries since you've been on the platform, get off your ass and start doing some work, because that's embarrassing. You could probably do 25 deliveries in 2 days. Maybe, if you're really committed to actually getting money on Doordash. And then the whole 14 days since activation, if you haven't done 25 deliveries since you've been activated, I'm questioning how bad your market is. I'm not even kidding when I say that. How do I sign up? Visit the earnings section of your app and click the bank icon at the top of your screen to view the payout methods. Ensure your direct deposit is linked to your personal bank account, and then click FastPay. From there, enter the requested data from your debit card. You must have a debit card to use FastPay. Please note there is a 7-day processing period before you could start using FastPay. I feel like this should have been like the first thing that came up. Like, how do you sign up? You basically just put in your debit card information. How do I cash out? Once you've signed up and have waited the 7-day processing period, click the deposits and transfers link on the earnings tab of your Dasher app. There you will see the cash out with FastPay button. Click on that cash out with FastPay button and transfer your week's earnings directly to your debit card account. There's a $1.99 fee to cash out, and you can only do so once a day. So at the top of your earnings screen, it's going to be right there. You just click on it and deposit the earnings into your account. Also, it's going to take $1.99 out of the earnings you already have and send it straight to your account. Some people say it takes 24 hours or something like that. It literally takes seconds for it to hit your account. Honestly, I think it's one of the coolest features on the app. But yeah, you can only do so once a day. Most people earn as much as they can, hop off a Dash, and then cash out immediately after that. What can I cash out using FastPay? You can cash out your entire earnings balance except for earnings from Dashes that are currently in progress. Yeah, it's either all or nothing. It's not like, okay, I'll just take 500 and leave the rest there. No. Everything. Or it's not like you could take out a single day unless you're cashing out daily, in which case it's a totally different conversation. And yeah, if you didn't finish your Dash, the money hasn't hit your account yet. That's literally all it is. It's almost like you're on a Dash, you have $100 made for the day, but according to the earnings tab, it's still zero until the Dash is done. And then from the earnings tab, you could end up sending the money from there. How can I update my debit card information? Before you proceed, please note that for your protection, FastPay will be disabled for 7 days after you update the debit card you already have on file. In order to help ensure that Doordash remains a secure platform for Dashers, we are unfortunately unable to bypass this security layer to enable FastPay during this period. I am actually okay with that because if they did allow just an immediate update, a lot of people would lose their money much faster. And that's not just for the protection of you, the driver, but them, the company. Because that avoids phishing scams, which would end up putting your account in jeopardy, number one, and that's very important. Number two, it would put your earnings in jeopardy just as quickly. When will I receive my FastPay earnings in my bank account? Transfers usually happen within minutes, but they could take up to a few business days to appear on your debit card depending on your bank's processing time. If you're part of a major bank, I honestly wouldn't even say minutes. I would say seconds. And I have yet to have a problem with FastPay. I don't think anybody really has ever had a problem with FastPay unless it was, again, they were a victim of a phishing scam or they were doing something illegal with their account, but we'll talk about that later. How will FastPay appear in my account? You will receive an email confirmation for each completed FastPay transaction, which will show the amount transferred to you via FastPay. So if you ever feel like you're missing earnings and DoorDash doesn't know what's going on, check your email account. You could end up being notified that your money was taken as well. I don't have FastPay right now. What's up? You might not have FastPay because you do not have an active Dasher account. You do not have at least $1.99 in your balance. You have any kind of withholdings drawn from your account. Your debit card account has a negative balance. You have already cashed out with FastPay today. You are not in the US Canada market. Your FastPay has been disabled for 7 days after either setting up FastPay for the first time or updating your debit card information. FastPay is unavailable if you are using DasherDirect. Please make sure your payment method is set to FastPay. If you believe you should have access to FastPay, please let us know by contacting our support team, which I'm sure they're going to be as useful as snowshoes in summer. But let's talk about some of the points here. You do not have an active Dasher account. Why the hell are you here? You do not have at least $1.99 in your balance. Why are you trying to use FastPay? You have any kind of withholdings drawn from your account. If you have withholdings drawn, what are you trying to FastPay out? Your debit card has a negative balance. You see, that one was interesting to me because let's say you're doing this because your account is in a negative balance. Now you can't do so because your account is in a negative balance. That's frightening. You're not in the US-Canada market. Again, this is only for US and Canada drivers. And another point that they brought up that was different was if you're a DasherDirect member, you can't use FastPay. It's kind of like one or the other. Either use your normal bank account or accept DasherDirect. There's no in between there. And not to mention, if you have DasherDirect, you're not thinking about that because your DasherDirect card already has your money. Using FastPay, can I cash out whenever I want? Yes, you can cash out at any time, up to once per day. Do note that any earnings in your balance that you don't cash out by midnight on Sunday will be deposited in your bank account within a 2 to 3 day processing period as of the weekly direct deposit. So let's say you're dashing every night and instead of waiting for the direct deposit, you waited until Sunday night. But one night you forgot, it's late, and it's 12:15 a.m. Monday. And you're like, oh crap. Now you try to use FastPay. No go. Not good. Can't do it. Why doesn't my FastPay amount match my total earnings? Your balance to cash out includes only completed dashes. Once you complete your dash, you should see your new total earnings. I feel like this is also not taking into the account of, let's say you fast paid out all the earnings you had on Monday, and then Tuesday, all the earnings you made there, plus the earnings you had from the total fast pay amount is not the same as the total earnings you had for the week so far. That's because the money that is in your balance is no longer there. That's something that should be obvious, but common sense isn't so common anymore. I tried to cash out after one dash, but it's not working. Why not? Your dash may still be processing. As soon as it's done processing, your earnings will be available. I have never seen an issue like that. Like, after you're done with the dash and the earnings aren't there, I have personally never seen an issue like that. But DoorDash is a glitchy system. The problem is you're talking about a system on DoorDash that's just overall glitchy. And DoorDash isn't normally one to take into account their mistakes. They're gonna impose those mistakes onto you, and they won't do what's right by you in the long term. I've personally never had any issues of that sort, and I've never heard of any issues of that sort that are not about phishing scams. Take that with a grain of salt. Can I cancel a transfer? No. If you cash out your earnings, you won't be able to cancel the cash out transfer to a debit card. Not to mention, by the time you transfer it, it's probably already there. That's how cool it is to have FastPay. I was never one to use FastPay all the time, but in the emergencies in which I did, it was instantaneous, and that was so cool. It's just not working. Why? Make sure you have the latest version of the Dasher app. Also note that some banks limit debit card transfers per day for security reasons. So if you have a lot of transfers in one day, FastPay may not work. There could be a glitch on DoorDash's side. Your bank may work differently. If you have a major bank, it's probably not an issue at all. The only overall thing it could be is that somebody's messing up somewhere in the transaction itself. Did I miss anything? Is there anything else about FastPay on DoorDash that I did not yet cover in this video? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that everybody is fully aware of anything and everything on DoorDash in terms of FastPay, and we can all make and save as much money as possible on the DoorDash platform. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.